Tough one tonight. Just tough really trying to score against them. They're the best defensive team in the country, and it showed. We shot 32% from the field, so we had to do a better job offensively. We didn't make any shots from the perimeter. We did a good job of forcing turnovers. Their goal was just to try to pound the ball inside against us, and they had quite a few turnovers doing that. But again, a lot of points from their post players. I mean, they pretty much had 45 or 50 points from their post players. They just pounded it inside with ISOs. I'll take any questions.
We're going to start with Anish.
It's like you just touched on using the 5 out, but also in the first half before, putting together strings of passes in the second. What do you think struggle? Why do you offensively, and what do you think you can change?
You were breaking up. I really couldn't hear the question. Sorry.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yep.
Okay, yeah, so, you just touched upon offensively from the perimeter. What do you think going forward offensively? And you guys were shooting early in the shot clock. Was that planned, or was that something that the defense was kind of just giving you?
Yeah, we were kind of trying to take the first open look, just trying to spread them out and get the ball to the second and third side of the floor and drive. But again, they're the number one defensive team in the country. They're holding teams at 32%, and they held us to 32%. So we just got to do a better job of getting some better shots.
I go to Mike and Curtis.
Hey, Coach, I know this is another tough one. Ranked opponent this season. What do you think is this experience is bringing out of your players playing these tougher opponents a little bit before the rest of the regular season?
Yeah, I think you were just asking. I really couldn't hear you. But our ladies are fighting inside. They're fighting. They're playing hard. We got it close down there in the third quarter, and then just a couple of baskets here or there, and kind of puts us back. And against Georgia Tech, because they're tough to score against, we just got to be able to sustain some runs.
Next, we'll go to Anthony Allant.
Coach, you touched on it a little bit in your opening statement, but can you kind of evaluate your team's play down low on defense, and then how they did penetrating Georgia Tech's defense a little?
Yeah, I thought we were doing what we could. Alasia was in there fighting. She had 5 steals. They probably had 5 more turnovers just trying to throw the ball inside. But that was their game plan. They just continuously tried to pound the ball inside. They played with four forwards, and they were kind of taking their turns to try to get the ball inside. We were just trying to get matched up and get some good matchups size-wise. But they scored about 50 points from their post players. On the perimeter from the mid-range, but mostly inside. But I thought our fight was good. Alasia did a really good job inside.
Thanks, Coach. Next question. We're going to have time for a couple more questions.
Hey, Coach, I know it was a first for a few fans seeing the game start with a 1-0 score. I know there was a 10. Why it wasn't a...
Yeah, there was a malfunction on the LED light and the backboard, and it wasn't working at the beginning of the game, and so they gave us a technical foul for that. That's the first that I've seen that for sure.
Is that the first time that's happened
Yeah,
in the game that you've just been a part of?
I've never seen that a part of or just watching.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. We'll go to Anish, and then we'll finish with Mike Curtis.
Yeah, Coach. So just kind of the isolation play which Tisha was having in the first half, and Chrislyn was going inside. Is that something that you expect from them, just to if they see O'Connor to take that, or are you still kind of that drive and kick out team that you guys were earlier in the season?
Yeah, well, that's who we are. We got to be able to drive and kick. We played some ball screen action too. We tried to use what we had to be able to try to space them out. But they're long, and they hold teams at 32% for a reason. And we weren't really getting any fouls too as well. There was a little bit of a foul disparity. They shot a lot of free throws in the first half, and we only shot 8 for the game. So we just got to be able to kind of fight through that a little bit.
All right, Mike Curtis will be our last question.
The coach did 48-27 tonight. That's a pretty sizable Stratman out. Former Syracuse player. What can you say about her performance and how you guys try to stop her on?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear who you were talking about, Mike.
Let's see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, your team was out rebounded 48-27. Digna Stratman out was a big part of that. How were you guys able to kind of focus on her on the offensive end, defensive end?
Yeah, I think she was playing more on the perimeter, and they were really just trying to pound the ball inside. And so I don't think that they were looking for her, but she did a pretty solid job on the glass.